play with and screw with, and considering that you decided to start your stream or start testing right at the time you were supposed to start.
I just went with it. I test things. I'm like, no, I would have like waited until I figured out how to do it, but I'm like, well, it booted me off because my internet is slow today. The slow internet here. We're out in boonies. I'm pretty sure some squirrel is like, oh, they put in a new wire, a new chew toy for me. Or the squirrels manually know how to like unhook, and they just to a thread they'll go, hey, look, maybe look at this new toy for entertainment. Where it's connected and occasionally not connected. Yeah, it's fun. But we do with what we got. That's how we do it, right? Instead of being here in 7, I'm still in 7. I don't know how I'm going to go about getting logged hours, but And today, I forgot what we were going to talk about. All my notes are someplace else. All my tarots are someplace else. My tarot cards are someplace else. And so if you hopped on here for a tarot card reading, I am sorry. The stuff that I have is very fruity, very fluffy, very... I don't know if I still have those here. But yeah. But it's an interesting setup. It's creepy. It's dark. It looks like I'm, like shooting live from some, deranged location. Just the creepy side of things. To enjoy a spooky story. We're going with things because, in life, it's how you thrive. Just go with stuff, right? That's the hypothesis. Go with stuff and then thrive. This isn't creepy. It just looks creepy right now. Yeah. So how have you guys been doing? I mean, feel free to comment. Yeah. If you want to hail about whereabouts from where you're from, you don't have to give personal information. I don't want your address listed on a live video. Don't do that. But yeah. Let me know where you're from. More stories and stuff that you'd like. I'm in the U.S., which means we're in one of those governmental fluxes. We're about to get a new president. We have an elected president. We have an old president that I believe doesn't want to leave for some unknown reason. He's got 11 more days in office, and it's intriguing. Those, the governmental experiments of how life affects yours from, like political science. I hate political science, but it does affects everybody. Even people who are out in the middle of the boonies, it lets them be out in the boonies. If you're free, out in the middle of nowhere, living off the grid, it allows you to live off the grid without anybody bucking you, to be free. I've researched. So to me, it looks like a lot of people are going off grid and going towards tiny homes. But that's also because I went out and looked for these things. What are people doing to thriving and striving to expand what the world is like? And a lot of times, a lot of people, become self-sufficient, self-sustaining, organically, living off the grid, going solar, finding different energy sources, doing what they can to make a less of a carbon footprint, doing so that they're not doing the rat race. They just, figuring out how to get off that wheel is very interesting. So for different people, they have different ways of doing it. Working so many jobs or extra jobs while they build their tiny house and trying to buy or find property, or learning, and there's more stuff that you have to learn and live, and research about having a tiny home. And it's a movement, so not all of it is legal, but there are lovely loopholes that people are exploring. If you get enough people, it'll become a norm to have a tiny house or to have people live in a traveler's kind of way. And yeah, I'm looking at that myself to improve. It'll improve my writing, to get out and have experiences. Um, what else? What else do you know? If I'm going to sit there and say, might as well have, well, what do you know? Comment if you'd like. Hit that like button if you actually do like listening to my channel. I'm trying to improve it in as many ways as possible as I'm trying to improve my life, get towards a point of success, get the business going, get my book going, get my 101 hobbies going. I don't exactly have creative license. I've been bound by finances and things like that. And I want to be able to just do what I want and be able to take care of the kids. But, out of all the 4 kids, it's very interesting to try to be, the whole point is to be home with them. Because between gas and daycare and other means of watching kids, something will happen. You make it so that you need more than one income to sustain like a one apartment building. Supplying income for a family gets to be rather interesting. So we'll see what happens to the economy and how creative our Americans and other people around the world are. Especially, that's where we can get inspirations from lots of people around the world that have been there, done that in an economical, different parameters. And, like studying economics in school, there's lots of resources. I haven't hopped onto the economics in Khan Academy. I've done a few other subjects in Khan Academy. And then, let's see, what other resources? I mean, it used to be you just Google it, but Google's been weird, like not popping up enough resources. I think there's some sort of follow the money. There's probably a money war on like what Google will pop up and what Google won't, especially their new algorithms. Or the latest thing that they've done with their algorithms. So we'll find out what happens with that. So organizing my week, it's Saturday. So kids are having a holiday. And I'm having a bit of a mini vacation. We're still going to the hotel. Any questions about whether or not we're going to the hotel? No. Okay, we're still going to the hotel. That'll be an interesting show. I'll be doing more cooking and cleaning on that show, and more on what to do with the kids in a tiny, beautiful place. I watched a lot of other YouTubers. All right, a lot on my plate. A lot is not a definitive number. I understand that you can't measure your a lot by my a lot. But I've watched like the Japanese housewife to figure out, because they have a small place and they have the one kid. But that's a norm, I think, on certain incomes to have just, they make use of smaller spaces, which they really need. She goes out to the park a lot. It's going to be winter. We have no sound. So I'm sitting here going, la, 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 la. That's what we had before. What is this? We have no mic. We have a mic. Nothing is registering on the mic. So I've talked for nothing. Good quality. Yes. As you're like, what? Yes. It's like, I have a goal of being, more positive, being on time and doing things. You don't work. I have to wonder, is this a test?
No, you've got sound.
I've got sound? Oh, good. It's just not registering those cute, adorable little green bars filling up. Yeah, I've got sound. Well, that makes me feel better. Thank you for letting me know I have sound. But yeah. All right. So getting organized is a great way for me to figure out success. So how would we do that without going and have all that stuff here? Because it's online. Organizing. Figure out how do you share screen, huh?
You can put that on the screen. How would you share the screen? You'd have to be doing the virtual camera through OBS and switching back and forth.
Between streaming and not streaming and OBS and not enough internet for the OBS. That is what that is. All right. So does that pop up?
Not streaming with the OBS, but using the OBS as the virtual camera to YouTube. Then you could switch directly with the OBS into YouTube. But still, it's too late for that. You're going.
So you start that this whole time. See, it pays to utilize when somebody's there to actually that knows things to actually ask them questions and listen to them when they talk about things that they know a bit about. My mom, updates about my mom, she's still bedridden. We've got hospice helping us out still. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how much to divulge. So when you're balancing home life and you're balancing taking care of somebody, I took this weekend and we're taking the trip. So I've been on the fence about that trip, but I'm gonna go anyways because I've been told by family, no, go ahead, go on your trip. Question is, am I in the way and they really need me to get out of the way so that they can do their trip, or am I being helpful enough at home with helping out with my mom? I will, I'll keep you updated on that too. So that's also affects how I work business and how I try to get the household going. So the thing is, working on picking what to work on, deciding what to work on. It's not so much as deciding as understanding what really means something deep to you, core beliefs. Your core beliefs can change based on your behaviors, and your behaviors can change based on your core beliefs and your there's other things that will change. It's like this little tripod. There's probably more factors, but the most prominent factors are your core beliefs, your actions, and your emotions. I believe I got that wrong. Let's look that up real quick because we have the internet at our fingertips. It's you won't see what I'm looking up. Okay.
Drag it to the screen.
Huh?
Drag it to the screen. You've got two screens.
Drag it to the screen. I could do that, don't I? All right. Let you guys come up here a second. I'm looking at you guys. Whee! The light. Do you want me to close the curtain?
Probably not a bad idea.
You don't want to see what's behind the curtain. Moha, Wizard Boss. Don't look behind the curtain. Okay. So let's look at core. Just gonna hop that in the search engine. Core belief versus action. Should be a third. Versus not core belief. So it's not versus, it's versus perceptional belief. Ooh, that's an interesting. Let's just go with that because my other third three things. Belief system is combination of core versus perception of perceptional truth or peripheral periphery. Basically, peripheral beliefs, how you look at things. That's another thing. Understood. Concentric circles. Cool. Psychological strengths. That's another thing. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Core beliefs in cognitive behavioral therapy. Dummies. Dummies.com. Health, mental health, core beliefs. Which of these is the best example of peripheral belief? Core belief worksheet, therapist aid. Ooh, there's therapist aid out there.com. Difference between core belief and secondary beliefs. Ooh. Brainmass.com. Business different. Yeah. So what's the difference between belief and values? There's all sorts of stuff out there for you to research and learn about. Talk about leader training, about group leaders. Okay, let's understand priority. Do. Anybody want to pick one? No? Comment? Pick one? No? All right. Anyways, we are going to go back to the original core belief. And oh, look at the pop-ups. Core beliefs and how to change them. Core beliefs in anger. Core beliefs in teens. Core belief in trauma. Core belief in anxiety. Core belief in emotions. So, mental health. Eating disorders. Oh, core beliefs are like, wow. Emotions. Core belief definition. Now let's look at what a core belief is so that we can better understand what we're talking about. And that is under the dummies.com. Core beliefs and cognitive behavior therapy. What are core beliefs? Your core beliefs are ideas or philosophies that you hold very strong and very deeply. These ideas are usually developed in childhood or an early adult life. I'm gonna venture that's probably talking about puberty. Okay, core beliefs isn't always negative. Good experience of life and other people generally lead to the development of healthy ideas about yourself and other people in the world. Last one I was reading. Here we deal with negative core beliefs because these are the types of beliefs that cause people emotional problems. Core beliefs, I'm bad. There's some better good. Beliefs about yourself, belief about other people, belief about the world. The world is burning. Detecting your foreign police. I'm just reading some of the subtitles. Following a downward arrow. There was a thingy I watched. It was kind of a lecture. Then we have So yeah, we're going to core beliefs of Buddhism. Let's go with just like I'm distracted easily still. Attention deficit disorder. Hammock. This is one of the core beliefs of Buddhism, hence reincarnation. It's the core that people are reborn after dying. Yeah. In general sense, it's merely understood that living a multiple life, but the idea of reincarnation is quite broad in Buddhism. Yeah, there's a lot of things on reincarnation. You don't have to believe in reincarnation. It just kind of happens. Yeah, I'm sure you caught that. Okay. Buddhism is the world's fourth largest religion with over 520 million followers, over 7% of the global population, known as Buddhist. Buddhism encompasses a large variety of traditions, beliefs, and spiritual practices, largely based on the original teachings attributed to Buddha, born. I'm not from India, and I don't know if I can pronounce. Let's see if I can get that pronounced correctly. Let's look that up. Pronounce. I'll just hit the word pronounce. Get that. I want to pronounce it correctly. Pronounce. That's a whole minute and 33 seconds of a video by YouTube. Wait, hold on. That's somebody else's video. I don't want to play that. I just want to play I want to give credit. Definitely want to give credit. I don't want to steal anything. But there's the whole infringements. We will learn how to say that later. I will put in a link or a thing. That way I'll figure out infringements so that I don't infringe people. It's bad. It's bad to infringe on rights stuff. Infringe on. Yeah. We should script this more, shouldn't we? If you'd like the script, go ahead and hit that thumbs up to the one person watching, because you're awesome. You know, a lot of people like to watch after I posted, probably because nobody's up this time. It's the weekend. You can sleep until noon, and you can be somewhere else in the world where it is not time to be watching this. Bless you. How to pronounce names.com. YouTube. Okay, we are not going to do that. Okay. All right. Been on not even half an hour. Do you guys like it going for like an hour? Yeah, comment below. I mean, after the video airs, let me know how long you like these videos, with the coffee videos. I'll probably do a whole bunch of shorter videos, like the dishes were shorter. Try to do a lot of that unless I'm like reading. And figure out, like I was going to read a whole bunch of books and figure out if I can do that without infringement and copyrights. Yeah. So we were talking about dealing with different core beliefs, emotions. Core beliefs, emotions. Oh, actions. And emotions. I think it's emotions. It might not even be emotions. If I put in the wrong thing, will it show? Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Feeling is believing. Psychology today. Turn your belief, thoughts, and feelings into positive actions. Do believe. Thoughts and emotions create reality. The mind over matter power. Let's see. Core beliefs in worksheets. 6 types of basic emotions. 3 ways your beliefs can shape your reality. Psychology today. List of core beliefs. Understanding core beliefs. Different searches. Microsoft. Results by Microsoft. What are your thoughts and emotions? Taking charge of your core beliefs worksheets. There are lots of core beliefs worksheets out there. Mindful cognitive emotion progress worksheets. Things I put the work on in order to get so that we can get to our successful point. Obviously, what I was doing before was not working. So I have to figure out what parts weren't working, because I'd hate to just throw away the ones that were working, the parts and the things that I was doing that was actually helping and working, because I would do that. I would self-sabotage knowingly or unknowingly, just out of, spite and anger. But we don't want to do that. No, we want to figure out how we can go from being overwhelmed and in a crappy life and figure out how to be successful in life. And you guys want to figure out how I do that. You guys want to be there in the real thing. So the biggest, what do you call those? Motto for this show is not to give up, because we want to accomplish that success. We want to accomplish the success of becoming from overwhelmed and being a super creative person with disorganized way of going about all that creative energy, and going into an organized creative energy and showing, hopefully my kids, can say, oh, I don't know how to do this. Let's watch one of mom's videos, and look at this one ought to help. So I'll have to organize all this stuff so that they can just zero in on what they want and what you guys, want. Be like, I can't do the dishes. I'm having such a hard time doing dishes, and figure out, oh, it's motivation to do dishes. And, how did they can figure out how to do dishes and get motivation to do dishes? Um, those kind of things. And that it wasn't bothering them. A thing or two that will, some people have a very successful life and they've got a lot of things together, and and they've always had it that way, and it's hard to believe any other way. It's hard to comprehend or grasp the concept of not having a successful life. They're like, you just do it, you just figure it out. I'm like, thanks. I'm just sitting here going, thanks. Those are the things I would have done had I known how to do them. Simple as that. That's like, do they wonder? I mean, I sit there, and when they say things like this, do they really think that I don't want to succeed? Right? Do they sit there and think that, usually when you put somebody off as a piece of POS, and you think they're losers, and they're crappy, and judge them, you think that that's what they're trying for? You think that that's their only goal in life? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people out there that want to be way more successful, or are, potentially way successful people. They'll figure it out, But it'd be nice if this whole time, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know that. And hey, probably need to clean up more kitty litter. Cuddly spots right next to them are not here. All right, give me about another half hour. I'll get you kitty litter, okay? Can you give me a half an hour?
No.
Please. The downstairs one is all clean.
Probably not.
You don't want to use downstairs one. Ginger probably already went after I cleaned it out. I think he was the first one to go. You want to go on a non-Ginger gone one.
He's the first one to go.
Mm-hmm. Or he's just got pooping issues. One of the two, right?
No, I think he makes sure.
Good dominant issues. Don't we all have dominant issues? Like, how do we deal with dominant issues? So succeeding in figuring out, I wanted to get more done by this week, to be all packed and going. I've packed up some. So we got the trip to go, we've got some other things to go, and I've got to tell more other people that would be affected by our trip about the trip. And so I've got to set up how much more I've got to set up, and figure out, because there's somebody who's like, we'll do a physical meeting. I'm like, wait, what? I'm not doing virtual for the rest of the year? Like, you wait, I wanted virtual. So we will figure out. So how do we figure out organizing for the week? So not giving up is something that'll be a part of this whole channel, this whole community. Building a community, a brand, a Wise One brand. That's your fringe brand, your brand where I can't quite tell you what it is, but I can tell you what it isn't, or I can tell you, no, that's an undefined brand. I am your fringe witch. That's the other thing is that I'm so good with being fringe. I've been told that not like everybody else. I'm not like what the norm is. I've been told I'm just not in the people around me are not the same norms as I am. I bet you there's like a group of you watching going, oh my gosh, no, that's our norm. That's our everyday norm. French, but for where I'm at and the people that I surround myself with, I'm not their normalcies. I don't have their normal tendencies. I do things differently than the people around me. So it's not. So I am their fringe witch, and so I'm gonna just take creative license with things and figure out, and it'll work. The patterns will start emerging out of the chaos because it's what seems to happen in a planet that is round and a universe that goes around in circles. Uh, the universe is going around in circles, right? Not just our solar system.
Yet to be determined.
You what? What is it, naming day?
Yet to be determined.
Oh, yet to be determined. Well, we are moving through space. I believe it's been defined. Our understanding has been defined. That's we're moving through space.
Yes, it's been defined that we're moving. It has not been defined that it's in circles.
True. But so you think that a lot of things. That's the core issue. That's the thing that would come. We have a lot of things in the world that come around and cycle through and come around. Holidays, different ways of things. Droughts every so often, ice ages were overdue. Used to be every so often. Now that we're out of what is it, epochs? It's fascinating. We're out of epochs. 2020 brought us out of a whole nother wow. That's something to take in. The fact that we're no longer in epochs.
We're still in epochs. We're just in a different epoch.
Huh?
We're just in a different epoch.
Well, yeah, a different epochs. We're in a different epochs now. That is something that's like, what? So 2020 and 2021, we have these new like celestial alignings of planets that don't happen for like 800 years, something of 800 years. Don't quote, I'm not looking it up. There is nothing defined by that. You can actually comment with, hey, I know how long it's been since that last celestial lineup. If know-it-alls, let's hear it. I am one of those know-it-alls. I enjoy being a know-it-all because it lets me learn so much more that I have yet to discover. It's amazing. And the more you learn how much you don't know. It's amazing. And it's intriguing and it pulls me away a lot. But yeah. So we'll start with don't give up. Yes. So we're going to become successful and show everybody else how to become successful down the road. So we also define the measures of being successful as content. So I want to be financially, check these things off. Financially healthy, secure, where I have enough income to match cost of living, and the amount of money going out with a certain margin. We can define that margin. I should take notes. We'll take notes so that we can follow this on the along on our videos. we'll like hit markers. That way we'll be able to see things, we'll be able to define things, and we'll be able to gauge whether or not we're successful. So oh, Jeff's quick practice. That is not what I want. No, don't take that out of the trash. Go to home screen. That was in the trash for some reason. I thought I had a blank one that I deleted everything, and we'll just add a new one. No, notes and reminders. Where's Wise One videos? Do I have YouTube videos on here? I thought I had. Oh, financial goals. Should have been titled it. No, I think I titled it routines. Yeah, brain dump. All right, maybe I should just. Sorry, I ended up with a mess of just weird random pages. Let's just add a new one. So let's just add a new one. We'll title it YouTube. Let's make it red for YouTube. A little pretty YouTube red. Okay. And then when I figure out how to share screen and do streaming and stuff like that, we'll try that tomorrow. Yeah, we'll try that tomorrow. We'll try streaming more tomorrow instead of just live feed, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So the videos will be more interesting. So we'll title this YouTube, and we'll just cap it all. YouTube. It's a YouTube. Wise One YouTube goals. Wise One YouTube goals. Measurements of success. Just call it goals. Goals. There we go. Goals. Enter. Do. 31. Nobody wants Arial. This is all Arial. This is all Arial. I don't want Arial. Is everybody right in Arial nowadays? We'll go with impact because it has an impact on me. Yep, I won. Okay, let's go back to impact. Just I feel like doing impact. Let's just, because I like to, no. Okay, let's see, measure, okay, so we're going to have a motto. Motto is, our motto is never give up. It's dorky, livable, and it applies. Never give up. So in order to be successful, we don't give up. Even when we failed. Because trust me, we have failed. I've failed several occasions. I've never stopped failing. But the thing is, how many people have failed and then kept going and then succeeded? Never give up. So we want to be successful. Okay, so we never give up. That'll be, we'll underline that because that's important. Underline. Just because I feel like saying underline. Underline. Okay, we'll go into, we'll go back into red. Because red is fun. YouTube red. Is that like red and silver, red and black, red and white? It's YouTube. Colors are red and white. Go YouTube. They probably have sports. Some YouTubers come up with some kind of YouTube sport, and this is the sport for YouTube. Okay, so we want to gauge success. So we want to look at financial. Yeah, let's get off of caps. Okay, financial success. Success. How is that how you spell success? That's how you spell success. You aren't how it's spelled either. What's wrong with it? Why do I want to undo it? I don't want to undo it. Okay, financial success. How do we want to gauge that? Okay, so money, income. So that the income is more than the outcome, or the outgoing, or the expense, more than expense. fence with margin. Hey, I can spell margin. Margin of savings. Okay. All right, so let's bullet that, let's just hit some bullets because we feel like it. Ha. Okay, and then, all right, so we'll figure out that we've become financially successful. We want to do that. So we want to do mental health. Okay, so you want me to stop ranting about how horrible my, personal life is. I got a lot of stress. I gotta let that out someplace else. But the videos will be a lot more mentally healthy. So we'll look at mental health. Okay, so how do we gauge mental health? So we're going to, on YouTube, have better mental health. Okay, so positive thinking. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. And doing let's see, positive thinking, doing with, let's see, with a good outlook. That's pretty general. Yeah, need it to be more pinned out with we'll just keep it that for now. Otherwise, we're not going to go very far. How many minutes do we want to spend doing? Oh, it's probably like somebody's trying to get my attention. They're like, doesn't half an hour yet. Can you clean on your tongue? I think that downstairs later. I gotta clean the upstairs later. Okay. My naughty body health. Yeah, that will be physically. How do we gauge physical health? It's not when it looks great. Cause oh my gosh, that would be nice. Like inside out. Like people that look great, exercise or run so often every morning, still heart attack at 20 some years old. Or, they just drop dead. Body health. Body. Let's see. Energy to energy to do things. Energy to do things. And the ability to do things. Energy and, so we'll say energy and ability to do things. Energy and ability to do anything. Okay, mind, body, heart health. Talk about emotional health. We'll list it as emotional health let's get confused. Emotional health. Emotional health would be happy medium, happy medium between over happy, which is like hyper, and depressed. I love being bipolar. Okay, mind, body, heart, and soul. Soul health. Sleep at night. Would I be happy if I, no, soul health would be, would I be satisfied with the way I, like if I were to die right now, would I come back and be like, oh, I have unfinished work? With the way I have everything. Ah, that's really, how would you phrase that? Do you have a phrase for that? Satisfied with the way life is. We'll go with that. Maybe yes, yes, no, which the other, whichever. Suppose if. Okay, over happy. Over happy is not a word. Overly happy is a better phrase. Thank you, Caren. Okay. So as on YouTube goes, those are the things we can gauge. And we should do that, yeah, Sunday, yeah, so that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We can go with each one of those things where we can organize or sort out and talk about those things on Coffee with Caren. With those, how those things go. Yeah. Does that sound good to you guys? Well, nobody replies. That's okay. You don't have to reply. I don't reply in half the videos I watch. Mostly because, like, I'm watching them in the middle of stuff. Okay. And then I can try streaming tomorrow. That's a goal for tomorrow's video, is to stream that and to go through that and to get all that done. That's fun. So we are we're going into the second week of the new year. Figure out where we are, figure out where we need to go next, and figure out what all needs done. Yeah, that's enough. Nobody really wants a whole hour. And we all know that YouTube trying to get people to be on longer videos to get viewing hours, just to be like, oh, you want paid because you want to use us as a paying platform. Yeah, that's, that shouldn't be my goal too much. Just be like, yeah, let me get watch hours. Just hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bells so that you know when I get out on those crazy hours and the other crazy videos that I put on until I learn how to better edit. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys all for watching. You guys really make my show the show. And I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all. Bye. Love you guys. Good one. And